Welcome to your reset with Christiane Piano, where the purpose is to support you in releasing all that you are not, so the truth of who you really are can emerge. This is accomplished through working with the body-mind from an ontological perspective. We use various modalities to support you in supporting yourself exactly where you are, so that you may return to an experience of wholeness and ease, moment by moment. Deep reflection is one of the greatest tools through which to do this. To take a moment, to pause, assess, reflect, and literally and figuratively reset, come back to center, and move back into your one and precious life with increased clarity and purpose. Hi, I'm Christiane Piano, and this week's episode is a reflection on vacations. In the previous episode last week, I did a reflection on summer, and for many people, summer is a time to take a vacation. So if you have not yet listened to the reflection on summer, you may consider pausing this one, go back and listening to that one first, and then listening to this reflection, as it will be very supportive because it creates a bit of a context for this reflection. And if you already listened to the reflection on summer, after listening to this reflection on vacation, you may want to go back and listen to the reflection on summer again, as they're interrelated and supportive of one another. So that said, it's a time of year where if you ask people, how are you doing? The response is often, oh, I cannot wait to take my vacation. And most people do take a vacation to escape or take a break from some aspect of their lives. And the Latin root for vacation is vacatio, which means freedom or release from duty. So if you think about vacation this year, right now, ask yourself the question, what do I need a vacation from? If you can, write it down. If you're driving, obviously you won't. You might want to make an audio message to yourself, as just thinking about it in your mind doesn't bring it into reality, like having something to listen back to or read back to for reference. So once you're clear on that, you can then ask yourself the question, why is it you need a break or an escape from something in your life? Now you may want to pause this because that's a pretty big question to sit with. But in any case, we'll be moving forward. We're going to widen the lens for a moment. When you think of vacation, what do you think of? Now that may sound like an odd question right now, but bear with me, it will all make sense in the end. So once again, when you think of vacation, what do you think of? Okay. And then the next question is what memories do you have of vacations? You'll have a generalized experience when you think of memories of vacations. So you'll just want to jot that down. Okay. If you need more time, feel free to pause and continue when you're ready. But for the sake of time, we are going to move forward together now. So just take a moment and think about, in your experience, when your vacation is coming towards closure, what do you begin to experience? Do you feel anxious? Do you feel sad? Do you feel relieved? Do you feel dread? Do you feel heaviness? Do you feel excitement? Now, to get really clear on this question, I suggest you take a moment and pause. If you're driving, don't close your eyes. But if you're not driving, you can close your eyes and go inward and tap into your experience of, in asking yourself these questions, what emotion comes up? What thought comes up? What physical sensation comes up? What happens in your breathing pattern? What occurs in your posture? And the reason I'm asking you to do this is I work with embodied learning in overall body-mind well-being. And something beautiful happens, very, very potent, when you actually don't just think about these questions on a rational level, but deep dive into your body, into your own lived experience. The impact will be different in the sense that when you actually engage in an embodied learning process and tap into your own personal experience, it's not that you're just listening to something that you may find interesting, but you're engaging with your whole body mind. You're taking questions and you're making them your own, and you're applying them to your own life, which is one of the powers of deep inner reflection. Because when you're in your body, that's where wisdom resides. And deep wisdom, when it comes to the surface, empowers you deeply and creates openings for yourself. So sometimes you'll listen to a reflection once, and sometimes you'll listen to it multiple times, depending on your location and what's available to you for accessing your own embodied experience. And it will shift over time. As it is possible to take a vacation, simply to take a vacation. And so this conversation will be twofold. One is, if you need to escape from something in your life or take a break from something in your life, you may want to use your scheduled vacation or the vacation you are at the moment planning to get clear on what kind of supports, what kind of work could you engage in for yourself to move to a space in your life where you're no longer needing to escape or take a break from something. And then the other direction this conversation can go is, as you move towards planning a vacation, or perhaps you have no vacation planned, but have a desire for a future vacation, or your vacation's already planned. There are things you can do to support yourself to make the most out of your vacation so that you do move back into your life feeling refreshed and reset. So the first question is in this vacation, will there be a change of pace of life? When you want to create balance, if you live a very busy life, it would be fruitful and support a reset if you plan a vacation that's not super busy and jam-packed. Give yourself some breathing room, some quiet, some space, freedom to simply be. Yet if you have a very sedentary lifestyle, you may want a vacation where there's a lot of activity and movement. So that's something to consider to support creating balance and recharging and regenerating your batteries. Then the next question to ask yourself is, during this vacation, will you be spending a lot of time alone or with people? And is there a change in there in your daily life? So say you will be spending a lot of time with people and you are somebody who spends a lot of time alone during your daily life. Well, human connection is a fundamental to well-being. So that will create a nice balance. But if you're somebody that spends a lot of time with people already and you're already going on vacation with a lot of people, say your family, then you may want to consider, how is it I can create some alone time within that? Because that will prove supportive. So we're seeking balance here. What's the daily life like? And what's the balance that can be brought from the other side of what I usually experience? And what kind of conversations do I need to have for everyone involved, including yourself, to gain clarity around what is important for you during your vacation time, and gain clarity on what is supportive of the other people you'll be spending time with. So you're looking at individual versus group needs, desires, and the purpose for you. Some people like to go on vacation and plan nothing. They get there and they just live by the day, moment by moment. And then the other extreme is some people show up for vacations and they have all the factual information about the place, historical information, and every activity is scheduled. And you want to be mindful of who you go on vacation with, because this doesn't work. Your style and your needs and your desires are not going to naturally match up with another person's, even if it's a great friend or family member or partner. So when you have these conversations ahead of time, being curious about, well, what are your needs during this vacation? Is there a particular purpose? Or perhaps for some people, they're so goal-oriented during daily life and during the year in general that they don't want a goal or a purpose during their vacation. They just want complete space and freedom, and it will be whatever it is. They just want to play, discover, be creative, maybe take time to do things they don't usually do, whatever that may look like for you. So when you're clear on what you want and need during a vacation, and if you're going on your own, how you can set that up to support you, and actually soaking in those needs and desires that will help you reset and recharge your batteries, as well as if you're going on vacation with others or simply spending more time with your family. So, whatever your relationship is to vacationing, whatever memories you have connected with vacationing, it's important to get clear on what's necessary today. So you can create a new relationship with vacation and live into the moment today in reality. So whatever your plans are, or whatever you are reflecting on for yourself, I do hope that you found this reflection on vacation supportive. And if there's someone you know that you think it would be supportive of, please feel free to pass it on. And as always, I love to hear from you upon listening to this reflection. What resonated? If you are interested in working with me on any level of body-mind well-being, whether it be through individual body-mind maturation work sessions, perhaps participating in a series, individual privates, or through my video on-demand services, if you have questions, if you would like to engage on any level, feel free to schedule a free 15-minute consult in the appointment section, www.christianepiano.com, or email me directly at growth@christianepiano.com.